Runaway pit bull's hilarious swimming escapade in public lake looks like a rebellious toddler. The crowd went wild for this thrill-seeking pity. You know the feeling when you want your dog to do something and they sense it, so instead of doing as you say, they decide to make it the ultimate game of catch me if you can? It's actually played out recently at Orlando, Florida's Lake Eola, when an excited pit bull broke free from mom and entertained hundreds with his own version of the game. Oh boy, is it hilarious. It's not only those present during the pup's shenanigans who get to enjoy the fun. The 18-second clip of full-on doggy joy is pure chaos. Based on the caption, the mystery pup really gave everyone a show. For more than 45 minutes, onlookers laughed, cheered, and clapped over the pit bull's unrestrained happiness. Like most dogs, I'm sure he had no idea what a spectacle he was, but all that matters is that he had a good time, right? Many people chimed in on this epic day that brought everyone together, all in the name of this adorable troublemaker. This is so unnecessarily funny. All the people as a collective just trying to help, one person wrote. That pup will go home thinking he had the best day ever, another added. I wish more than anything I knew who this funny boy is because he's a total star. The pit bull's miraculous ability to give such a fantastic, dedicated show should absolutely be applauded. Having been an Orlando proper resident at one point, and having been to that lake, I can see why the comedic pity chose to go on a roller coaster of a chase game here. Legend says that people at the lake are still trying to catch the runaway pup. Wherever he is, and whatever chaos he's causing, may he feel the same amount of joy. He brought all of those bystanders watching in person, and all of us on the web. 10 scientifically proven activities that make dogs' happiest. Expert vet Dr. Mark shares the simple things that fulfill our dogs the most, according to current research. The majority of our dogs are not getting much activity, and even when it is happening, it is often not enough. What you can do is provide your dog with enrichment activities to stimulate him both mentally and physically. Some of the activities include improving the dog's social life, their diet, and of course their physical life through walking, games, and obedience training. And any of these activities will improve the bond between you and your dog, but I have included the 10 best that are proven to work. 1. Spending more time with your dog. This should be obvious, but now there are so many videos of dogs watching dog TV or playing with robotic ball-throwing toys. It is often overlooked. Dogs do not want to spend their day all alone when their family is at work or school, and they'll be alone at home while the family is out at the movies or a restaurant. When male and female dogs look into your eyes and are able to spend more time with their families, they release oxytocin, a nurturing hormone. Dogs that have more of this hormone will care more about their family and want to spend even more time together. All of the other activities on this list are going to encourage you to spend more time with your dog. 2. Walking. Many of the chronic diseases our dogs suffer from as they get older are probably aggravated by a lack of mobility. We can delay those elderly changes by walking our dogs every day. Many dog owners do not recognize how important this is. So if you can take your dog out at least 2 or 3 times a day, that is a great start. I try to take my dog on a longer smell walk at least once a day. Dogs that go out to walk every day are going to be healthier, have improved cognition, and are less likely to develop dementia. 3. Playing tug of war. If you are not able to take your dog for a walk, there are other activities that you can do at home. One of those that has been studied and shown to improve both physical and social scores is tug of war. It is not going to make your dog more aggressive, and has been shown to increase trust between dogs and their owners. But if you prefer an alternative exercise, you can throw a ball, set up an agility course in your hallway, or wrestle and play with your dog at home. 4. Going to the dog park. One activity that combines both physical and behavioral benefits is the dog park. Studies have shown that dogs that spend at least 15 minutes a day in play with another dog have improved sociability and are both calmer and easier to train. Though the most oxytocin is released when dogs are stimulated by being with their family. The second best stimulant we know of is a second dog. Since many people do not have more than one dog, allowing a visit to the dog park will allow your dog to play with another animal. 5. Training. Training will allow your dog to become a more valued member of your family, and your dog will end up responding all the better for it. The most important part of training is going to be spending time with you, so I do not recommend training away from the family except in unusual cases. Training can be done at home, but there are also inexpensive classes at some city park departments and many pet superstores. 6. Massaging and grooming. since one of the most important parts of your dog's life is the time that he spends with you. Spending a little time each day on massage and grooming is extremely important. Besides the social benefit, the grooming and massage session will give you a chance to notice any changes in your dog's health. 7. Hiking. This activity is not suitable for all dogs, but if you have a pet that is still young and healthy enough to enjoy it, hiking is an amazing activity. Your dog is able to get the exercise he needs and is able to get the social stimulation all dogs benefit from. Another great part about hiking with your dog is that they are able to enjoy the new smells on a walk, so they will have cognitive stimulation. How much time a dog wants to sniff varies based on the breed, but all dogs want to have some ability to investigate their environment. 8. Going on car rides. If your dog is not able to take hikes or long walks, you can do a lot for their mental health by taking them for a car ride. If you do stop for a pup cup or give your dog a treat during the ride, remember the calories. As dogs get older, they have a lower basal metabolic rate and will burn fewer calories. You will need to figure in the calories of those treats if your dog is not exercising more. A car ride is not a substitute for a hike, so if your dog is still physically able to hike, please make the time for that activity.
9.
Playing with toys. I hesitate to suggest toys because I have seen many cases where people buy toys and end up leaving the dog alone. It is an acceptable option if you absolutely cannot spend time with your dog. However, and some of the toys can also improve cognitive abilities. Toys that distribute ultra-processed food are the most common option, but hopefully in the future, other toys will become available. The best option is definitely the chew toys that can be filled with peanut butter and frozen. It can be given when leaving the house. And since many dogs will chew on them for an hour or so after you have left, your dog might just sleep the rest of the time they have to be alone. 10. Eating the right food. Obesity is a serious issue in most countries now, and the health effects on most dogs are terrible. Although I certainly do not want to encourage you to give your dogs additional treats, what you can do to improve your dog's health and behavior is change the diet. No, I am not talking about just another brand of dry dog food, since they are all similar. One brand of ramen may be better than another, but if you choose to give dry food, it is similar to choosing to give your child ramen for every meal. A balanced, whole food diet based on meat is the best food for your dog. If you do not have the time to make up a diet, you can purchase minimally processed foods that do not contain all of the cheap carbohydrate fillers that all dry dog foods contain. Or at least add at least 20% of toppers to provide a healthier meal. Instead of giving excessive calories with ultra-processed treats, you can also give fresh blueberries, apple slices, and some other fruits in moderation. Labrador puppy's loving look to new mom screams, "Take me home." This Labrador puppy knew exactly who his mama was meant to be. Picking up your new furry friend is one of the best days of your life. I was only there to pick up one of mine, but it was so magical. I think I cried the whole way home. She was so sweet. I was lucky enough to get to pick her out, and it was just this I know moment. I chose well. On Monday, May 12th, one cat mom showed off her own experience picking out her pup. She had two options, and one was really putting up a fight. But the quiet one in the back was just giving her this look that she'll remember forever. They named him Rikitroff, which I think is hilarious. The black lab who's doing everything he can is giving Rikitroff. The yellow boy is definitely more of a fix-it. Ralph has officially landed in his forever home, much to the dismay of every commenter on this video. They're all crying for justice for the black lab, who's basically climbing mountains to get to Ralph's mom. They're really worried about him not finding a home. However, Ralph was just looking at her so sweetly, she couldn't pass him up. He may not have been moving mountains to get to her, but sometimes a look is enough. She decided ultimately that Ralph was the one, and maybe I'm in the minority, but I think she made the right choice. Plus, there's a black lab in the family already. Ralph's auntie is ready for him. I was in this exact same situation when I went to get my Gertie. There were 3 dogs in front of me. One was not interested in me. The second was twisting herself like a pretzel. And then there was her. She was just kind of looking at me, and I could not resist her. Melted. Done. She's spoiled rotten. When you're buying a dog from a breeder, especially a sought after breed like Labrador Retrievers, you can typically assume that all of the puppies have been spoken for. If you're not sure, you can ask. Nothing bad will happen to the black lab. Somebody will take him home, and he'll get his happily ever after, too. Maybe one day he can meet up with Rekka Trout.